Winston studio, creation of fantasy characters is a multi-step process, requiring design, sculpting, and mechanical engineering before on-set puppeteering can begin. When the assignment is to ready a vampire to be interviewed, a small army of artisans bring the most imaginative concepts to the screen. Separate departments oversee each stage in a character's development.
This is the mold shop, the fabrication room. All the sculptures come through this process and get broken down by the various mold makers and technicians. And we also run the skins here. We fabricate skins out of silicone and foam rubber.
The studio's high level of craftsmanship has attracted many of Hollywood's biggest productions. When director Frank Marshall and producer Kathleen Kennedy sought to translate the Michael Crichton novel Congo to film, they turned to Stan to create characters that were both lifelike and life-threatening. Most of the movie's animals are crafted to replicate nature, including this full-size robotic hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus is a hippopotamus, and the only person that's involved in that design is us and God. So it's like, it's our job to make what we are duplicating as real, real.
The hydraulically driven 2.5-ton hippo is controlled by off-camera puppeteers. A one-handed telemetry device controls the head and neck, while a separate panel pneumatically operates the animal's ear, nose, and eye movements.
The bulk of his body is fiberglass. We used the silicone for the skin of its head because of it being in the water.
The hippo scene is filmed in a massive outdoor tank at Paramount Studios. Additional floating hippos are placed around the 1 million-gallon pool to provide the proper background. The hippo attack sequence is filmed at night. With the camera positioned above the water, the cast is placed in rafts to paddle through the simulated river.
1, 2, 3!
As fierce as the charge appears, the hippo never actually touches the raft. The tipping action is achieved by 4 scuba divers hiding underneath the craft. As with the hippo, Winston's ape characters for Congo are to be as lifelike as possible, with one major exception.
The gray gorillas are Michael Crichton's concept. The challenge of the gray gorillas was to create a species that doesn't exist. A species that would be new and a species that we would believe to a certain extent and also know that, in fact, this is our fantasy. These are the bad guys.
Reflecting the true, gentle nature of gorillas is one of the film's leading characters, a sign language-speaking mountain gorilla named Amy.
Amy is the heart of the movie. She is the most complete fantasy character that we have ever created in the studio.
Crucial to Amy's success was the creation of an animatronic head, capable of expressing a full range of emotions. Mechanical designer Richard Landon oversaw the construction of the radio-controlled, servo-motor-driven face.
I'm operating the lip and mouth box. The strange head device is what controls Amy's jaw. What I'm doing with my fingertips basically controls what happens to her lips. There's 2 other puppeteers, one on eyes and one on nose, cheeks, and brows.
A gorilla suit covered with thousands of individually hand-punched yak hairs is also constructed. An actress inside the suit performs Amy's body actions.
A walk, a sit, a stand, a biped, all of those.
As always, the ultimate effectiveness of a character comes down to performance. For Congo, primate choreographer Peter Elliott trained the performers under the direction of Frank Marshall.
That's fantastic.
Having lifelike animal characters that responded on cue made Congo a much easier journey to make.
Stan's gorillas really made it absolutely wonderful for me because it enabled me to be free in directing the movie as a normal movie rather than being shackled by limitations of it being a mechanical creature.
With so many movie stars in his gallery, not to mention his 4 Oscars and 2 Emmys, one might think Hollywood would have lost some of its mystique for Stan Winston. but he remains enthusiastic about filmmaking and is still the ultimate movie fan.
I love special characters. I especially love fantasy characters, and everything has been a slow progression in the ability for us to bring those characters to life on screen. Now, I'm surrounded by all these great characters, and I walk in every day, and I look at it and I go, wow, this is so neat.
As long as filmmakers need special characters to tell their stories, there'll be a studio to create stars for them. For Stan Winston's studio gives life to unforgettable characters, combining art, technology, and performance to bring about total reality and unparalleled movie magic.